Okay.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another surprise edition of Psychic Sundays Live. Of course, it's Tuesday today and not Sunday. Well, surprise. Sally said, "Hey, I want to go live."
Yeah, I want to talk
About
to
an
all of
hour
you.
ago, with me completely unprepared and surprised, I had to put my homework in the back burner and everything.
Oh my goodness.
Dinner's standing by to be cooked, and well, the queen has to have her way.
Yes, she does. Okay, so the producer is absolutely awesome. I did blindside him. So I apologize for that. I'll give you more warning the next time around. But we're waiting for a few more of you to come on, and then I will answer all your questions. So put them here in the chat.
And in the meantime,
In the meantime, I'm just going to do a spread on Donald Trump. The last time it didn't take. So without further ado, we are going to look at what's coming up for the Don for the rest of 2022 and the first couple months of 2023. Let's just look at the next 6 months in his world.
can you do that intro again so I can actually record it?
Of course I can. Okay. So,
No, wrong. Cut.
wrong. Oh,
You're not allowed to say the word "so"
I
in
am
this
not
room
allowed to say the
anymore.
word so anymore. Okay, so.
Um,
Okay. Welcome, everybody. And today we are going to look at what's coming up for the dawn for the next 6 months. And so, without further ado, let's get the cards out. Well, he's going to be somebody on the move, and in typical Trump style, he's going to want to be the one in charge over the next ooh, ooh, over the next 6 months. And you know, when the chariot shows up, there might be travel involved. And overriding, he's got the scales of justice are just coming down on him. So he's really got some big time legal woes and maybe even karmic woes. But things aren't going well for the Don right now. Let's see. So okay, so he has been a leader, and he has, it talks about like in the when he looks at himself, he sees himself as a leader, as a president. So he's not paying attention. His heart isn't into what's going on with the legal system. He's more into what's going on with his minions, and he's paying attention to his base, and he's pandering to them a bit. Well, he's pandering to them more than a little bit. And, even though his base is getting smaller, he is appealing to the very worst of them. So when I look at just the near past, you've got the Hanged Man reverse, but the Hanged Man reverse is about poor sacrifices. It's about bad decisions. It's about giving up pieces of yourself that you probably shouldn't have given up. And I think that has to do a lot with those around him, those who have supported him, those who have enabled him. They're the ones that are getting into trouble. Just today, Weiselberg got a jail sentence, a 74-year-old guy in jail. So people who have backed him are paying the price. You know what they say, everything that Donald Trump touches dies. And then we get to where he's headed. Yeah, he is going to make one kind of a grand stand as far as appealing to his base, and he really is going to try and whip them up. You see that they're already kind of showing violence against the FBI. He is really going to appeal to that. He's good. He's good at catching on to that. I'm surprised the devil didn't show up, but that's my own opinion. Let's see. So he sees himself kind of as the bringer of his truth, or as Miss Kelly said, alternate facts, because he really believes that everything he puts out there should be believed. So his alternate facts, his lies, he sees that as the truth that should be fed the world. The rest of the world, you have the Tower reversed. And the Tower reversed is sort of a calamity, but not a complete calamity. So as much as everything should fall around him, I don't think that's what's going to happen. Okay. It's funny. He likes being a leader. He likes getting in front of a crowd and whipping them up. But he really doesn't like being a leader. He doesn't like the work and responsibility. And the final outcome, you have temperance. And that's I go right back to the justice reversed, and the justice reversed that covered him in the overall. And when I see temperance, and I'll throw a few more cards on it, but when I see the temperance, I actually see that as things coming back into balance. And with Don at the helm, they definitely weren't in balance. But I need some more information. Okay. You see, it shows him leaving here and here. And even though it does seem that he has, that he kind of leaves a trail of destruction in his wake, and not all of his lies are going to come to fruition, it shows him kind of being victorious. And I really think that is him going somewhere else. I've always felt like he's going to leave the country, and it seems like a big thing to say, but we've discussed it. I've discussed it with the producer. I used to think it was Russia. He always thought it was Saudi Arabia, and I kind of think he was right. And it's yeah. I mean, don't y'all wonder what was that $2.5 billion that Jared Kushner got from the Saudis? What was that all about? Okay.
What are we doing next?
We are going to answer some questions for
Really?
the next little
Wow,
while. Look at all that.
Yeah,
Oh
well, we
my
have a
goodness.
whole bunch of them.
Yes.
Let's just get right going there. Jessica Jandris wants to know about the rest of August.
The rest of
West of August.
the west of August.
Yes.
Yes.
East of the Mason-Dixon line,
Mm-hmm.
which runs north and south, of course.
Of course. Okay. So Janice and the rest of August. And so I use the forbidden word. Well, it looks like when you go to the first thing that's in front of you is the Four of Pentacles, which is about budgeting, is about holding on to what you have. So basically, this is not a good time for you to be spending your savings. This is a good time for you to be stashing some money away. So saving instead of spending. The overriding theme of the rest of August, you have the Two of Swords reversed. And the Two of Swords reversed is sort of an opening up. You know, she's closed off from the world when she's right side up, and she feels protected. So when it's turned upside down like that, it shows you opening up and removing some of the barriers in front of you. So I see you being a much more open person, much more trusting, more feeling like you can open up more to people in August. I think that looks like a pretty good thing to do. I think you can trust people. Oh yeah, you can trust people. And you have the moon. And the moon is a funny card. It's a psychic card, and it's a card of dreams. And this is saying that through the end of August, you are going to have a few prophetic dreams. So make sure you keep a dream journal, because your dreams are going to be telling you something. But save more, trust more. Not all bad at all. Okay, so High Priestess Tarot. Is my daughter's father going to agree to my plans on taking my daughter on vacation August 29th?
I somehow feel you've asked that question before.
Oh, and for some reason, part of me just wanted to laugh. So I think you may already know the answer, but guess what? I'm going to throw a card for you anyway, High Priestess Tarot, because I'm in a good mood tonight. All right, so. At a price. At a price. Does he owe you some money? Yeah, when you have the Page of Cups, and that's your ex-husband, and he seems to be quite the negotiator. I don't think that you are going to get something from him without giving something as well. Let's see what the fun. Okay, yes, you can work it out, but you are going to have to give something in return. Okay. Which is better than flat out saying no. But kind of a bit of manipulation. I don't think that surprises you. Okay, so Christy says, I'm in a new relationship. I wonder if you see it being a long-term relationship. Well, let's see if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Cindy's in a new relationship. Let's see the potentials there. Cindy in her new relationship. Cindy. Okay, so when you say new relationship, are you sure that he's out of his last relationship? I just say that because the first thing I get is this Seven of Swords, and that's not a good card, and it's not a good way to start a relationship. You know, I so want to tell you positive things, but the first thing the cards are saying is you better take another look at this guy. There's some dishonesty there. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's good to know early on before you get totally hooked on. Oh, yikes. Wow. Oh, Cindy. This is somebody who could easily pull you in. And this is somebody who could easily test your moral compass. I've got to say, I really have a bad feeling about this relationship. And to be quite honest, you don't deserve this. You really don't. When somebody comes up as a devil, I mean, that's really bad, really bad card. And it just started out with the thief and the liar, but went right to the devil. And the best thing you can do is put some distance between you and him. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I wish I could have given you some good news, honey. But oh, yeah, there's so many red flags here.
Wow, your readings are usually not this visceral.
I know.
And you said you were in a good mood.
I am, but you know, you got to tell people the truth. And those are things that you should really know and be able to think about before you make your mind up whether you want to invest a lot of time with this individual. Okay, so, and lucid dreams, can you see the quality my life partner might have? Okay.
Wouldn't you know that? I mean, what are you looking for if you don't know that?
You know, I think that's kind of like a dream kind of question when you're out there and you're shopping around. You want to know. I understand it.
I guess okay. I'm too logical about it. There's no shopping list. What am I doing in the store?
Did I not have to tell you the first time that you had to kiss me?
Well, yeah, but you know.
That was an awesome kiss.
Okay.
Okay, so anyhow, lucid dreams, the qualities my life partner might have. And lucid dreams, instead of answering that question, I'm going to give you a little thing that I actually did before I met my producer for the second time.
You don't want to know what I did.
No, I don't. I heard it involved swinging a dead cat over his head, but that was just
No,
rumor.
it wasn't over my head.
Okay, so anyhow, write down the qualities that you want a partner to have. You know, instead of sitting back and thinking, well, what kind of person is the universe going to send to me? Go out and bring that person to you. Write down the 7 top qualities you would like your future partner to have. And then put it under a pink candle, and every day for 7 days, burn that candle for 15 minutes. And that's just a way of you sending energies out to the universe saying, hey, this is what I want. And guess what? It'll bring you what you want. Might not be in the package you envisioned, but it'll bring you exactly what you want. Okay, so try that, okay? So Rainbow wants to know, does my mother-in-law like me? Okay, so Rainbow, I am going to look at that. But you know, they say a son's a son till he takes a wife. And that means that mother-in-law has to accept that her son is a husband now. So, it's not a matter of whether your mother-in-law likes you. The most important thing is, does your mother-in-law respect your boundaries? And when I look at this, you have the King of Cups reversed, and you've got a lot of emotional manipulation here. And yet you're showing his strength. So the cards are reminding you that you're his wife. This is who he is when he's with you. He's the lion. That's who he wants to be. When he's around his mother, he's the repressed child. So you need to make a stand, and it's not a matter of whether my mother-in-law likes me. Your mother-in-law needs to respect you, needs to respect your relationship, and needs to respect your home.
In full disclosure, Sally's been watching Reddit stories for the last 9 months.
This is true. But I've been reading people for years.
Oh, yes, I know. Do you want to tell them how many, or are you ashamed of that at this point?
I know.
It's like,
I know.
no, I don't want to admit it anymore.
No. Okay. So, hi, maybe. Okay. Maybe. Who's coming for me in love? Maybe I want you to do exactly the same thing that I told Lucid Dreams to do. Just that little candle ritual. And anybody who's single and looking to mingle and looking to attract somebody in their life, do it. Get yourself a good-sized pink candle and write down the 7 top qualities you would like your next partner to have. And you put that list of 7 right under the pink candle, and you burn that pink candle 15 minutes every day for 5 days. For 7 days. 15 minutes for 7 days. And that's just going to put that out to the universe. And after that, don't accept anything less than that list of 7. Okay, so Sonia's saying, going through some stuff. Any message for my spirit guide? Okay, so Sonia and her spirit guide. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw something like the 3 of Pentacles or the 8 of Pentacles, just because it feels like they're telling me that whatever's in front of you, you can fix it. You can work your way through it. And they're saying work your way through it, but I think they mean fix it. But they're telling you to be confident, that's for sure. So, 3 cards for messages from Sonia's spirit guides. 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is solitary enjoyment of something. It's the figure is confident and happy and proud of himself that he's got all 9 of these cups. He's got all his ducks in a row, if you will. this says that yes, you can manifest what you want in your life. You need to have that confidence, but know that the universe is sending good things to you, and you don't have to reject them, and you don't have to give them to anybody else. They're your good things. Enjoy them, and enjoy the things that life is sending to you. You've got this Two of Swords, and when the Two of Swords is there, the blindfold falls away, and the swords that are chopping you off from the world and chopping you off from understanding fall by the wayside. So there's this kind of opening of your eyes and opening of your heart. So, sorry, I shouldn't say that word. Having faith in yourself, opening up, this is very important to your guides. It looks like the universe is setting you up to a cycle of success. Let's see. Yeah, I told you I would see the Eight of Pentacles or the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. You got this. You got this.
Okay, that was a reading for maybe. Yes?
Oh, no. That was for Sonia. I told maybe ask who's coming in.
See, I'm a reading behind.
Yeah, well, maybe ask who's coming in for me for love.
Yeah.
And I just referred back to that.
I'm just a reading behind.
Yeah, that love manifest little candle ritual.
Actually, with the migraine I've had today, I'm a whole day behind.
Oh, Kumar says, will I move to Dubai? That's interesting. Not in September. Not in September. And they're sort of saying, I have a feeling that they're being cute about it, where they're saying not in September. So I would say not September. Says you will have the opportunity to move in October, but there's still this thing about choice for you. So it might be good for you to examine whether moving to Dubai is a good choice or not when you're given just a little bit of a wait time, because they're saying, yeah, you'll have to wait till October rolls around. Okay. And S wants to know, will I get married next year?
What about this year?
Not much time to find a boyfriend and get a diamond on your finger.
5 months? That's plenty of time.
So will I get married next year? Simple yes or no question. Cut up one card. And that card is... No, it'll be 2 years. Not next year. 2 years. Gives you another year to save up for a bigger wedding. And Pooja Gupta says, hello, ma'am. My family wants me to handle family business, but I want to pursue my studies in a career. What is the right direction for me, please? Well, I really feel like you answered your own question, but I also understand it's more than just what I want for my life, and I do appreciate that. So let's just look at the north, east, south, and west of you. So, north, east, south, and west. And so Pooja's grounding. Okay. So, oh my goodness, what a dilemma. They just seem so the same, as far as the weight of them. And I don't know whether you'll be given an answer or not, because no matter which one you choose, somebody's going to be unhappy. That two's coming up a lot. And when I look into your past, you have the High Priestess there. And the High Priestess is basically somebody who keeps secrets. But I think we're actually looking at a woman. And maybe a mother or a grandmother or an auntie or something like that. But it's somebody who knows the family secrets and has kind of wizened you up to a few of them. So you've already got somebody who's in your court and giving you information. which is giving you the courage enough to think about pursuing your dreams instead of the path that you were always put on. Look at that. Out of 4 cards, all 3 are 2s. And in your passion, you've got the 2 of Cups. And what it's saying, and I think this is the most important thing as far as I'm concerned, is that you're not happy with the partnership that you're being put into. And you know that there's another option, but you also know that'll lead to some pretty stormy seas. And yet you have somebody, somebody of the older generation who's kind of giving you a different perspective, and maybe sharing regrets for not having taken her own path. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so what I think the cards are saying to me is it would be very hard not to take over the family business, because it probably means that you would have to alienate yourself from your family and probably lose some of the sport along the way, because there is money involved. But you know what, you kind of have seen what happens when you don't pursue your dream. You know how you feel when you get in later on into life, because you've heard that from somebody, and you're not happy with this. You're not happy with this at all. It's just not feeding your passion. And I really worry, and this is what she's saying to me too, I really worry that if you follow something that you don't love and let yourself be put in this kind of position out of a sense of duty, that you will lead a life of regret. And you've been told about leading a life of regret, because ultimately what it says, you've got the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords holds the sword of truth. And as long as you are true, you can approach her. And this is telling me that you do need to follow your own path. As despite all the guarantees of comfort associated with running the family business, if you follow that path, you will lead a life of regret. And that's something that you already know, because she's telling me that. So there's your answer. Hola.
You still want that reading, Ola? Sally's on a tour today.
Well, I did not tell Punja a thing that he did not already know or feel.
That. Oh, I know.
He just needed the Queen of Swords to come out and slap him a bit.
Ola wants to know about the rest of the year.
That's a good thing to look at. It's hard to believe that fall is right around the corner. We're always seeing the leaves falling.
131 days till Christmas.
Woohoo! Okay, what's coming for Ola for the rest of the year? Oh, this is going to be a very active year for you. And this is a year where you're not going to get much rest for the rest of the year. It's just action, 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 action. It's a good thing too. It feels like you're working on getting ahead, and maybe it's because of the pandemic or something. When I see that 5 of Pentacles reversed, it's telling me that you're working, you're starting you're saying that you came from a disadvantageous financial position, and you've already seen improvement in your financial position, but you're not exactly where you want to go yet, which is okay, because you certainly have the action around you. You can move forward fast for the rest of the year. Yes. Work hard, get your debts paid off. You're moving ahead faster than you think. There are going to be a couple of opportunities waiting for you, because when I see the end of the year, by the end of the year, you're thinking about your next opportunity. So whatever you're working on nailing down right now, you have it nailed down and you're on to the next thing. So activity, activity, activity. But you're heading in the right direction, so keep going. Okay, so Dragonfire. Oh, this is interesting. Whoops. Where are you, Dragonfire? There we are. Dragonfire says, I feel my uncle near me. Does he have a message? I would be happy to look at that for you, Dragonfire. The first thing I feel like your uncle is telling you is it's sort of how to treat people gently. The way my southern mother used to put it is you attract more flies with honey than vinegar, and he's not using that adage, but he's putting through that feeling that you know you have to be, you know, give people a break kind of thing. So turn up the empathy there. What else does your uncle want to say? So I really am in a good mood, folks. One of the things your uncle says is it's time for you to grow up and pay attention to your career, and this is exactly what he's saying. This is the card of kind of immaturity. So that's the first part he's pointing out, but he's also pointing out that you've got a lot of opportunities coming up, and it's time for you to you know start standing a little bit straighter and you know, following the rules a little bit more, because you have some big opportunities coming up ahead of you. And also you've got that Queen of Swords, you know, which is the harbinger of truth. So there's that idea of being true to yourself. So grow up, look for the opportunities around you, because they are coming around you, and be true to yourself. All right.
Baby's looking for a job. Doesn't want to be left in the corner. Too old a reference? I'll give myself a one then.
Is that Helen Reddy song, Baby Cried the Day the Circus Came to Town?
No, it's a Dirty Dancing reference about baby not being put in the corner.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah.
See, like I said, too old. I'm giving myself a two now.
Okay, so...
Baby's still looking for a job.
Well, I have to look for the potential around you. So, let's see the potential around you. Yeah. Yes, and yes. And, this is a funny card, because I do think that don't quit looking for a job. Keep looking, because you've got some really good cards here. So there's a good job here for you. But I get a feeling that a job interview that you don't think went too well actually went much better than you thought. Okay, so yes. Oh, can you see those cards? Those are really big cards.
When you put them down.
Oh, those are really, really good cards. So, baby, the answer is yes. So don't quit looking. I guarantee you, if you sit on a couch and don't go out the door and look for a job, you won't get one. Okay? So, hi, Sarah. Sarah wants to go traveling. Nice. Ooh, Christy, I think that you might... I see that, and I think that you might already have an indication. I think your spidey sense might already be telling you about what I said. Okay, so... Sarah and travel. Sarah in the open road. On the road again. Yes. So these two together, because I think you saw they started chuckling a little bit. It's saying that this is just talking about excess. Like you have temperance reversed, and temperance is unbalanced. And I think that boredom is making you drink more, or something along those lines. It's making you very unbalanced, and it's making you a little bit defensive. So not only are you going to be traveling soon, you really need some time out of town. I think you got your last nerve exposed. So yes, yes, and yes, you will travel soon. Okay, and Aquayazi says, "Hey, love, hope you're doing well. Does Omar want to reconcile with me?" Oh, don't go to the reconciliation route. Oh my goodness, that very rarely works. But, it's nice to be wanted, and so I am going to look. But don't go back. Those shoes pinch your feet will still pinch your feet. Ooh, bit proud. The answer to that is don't wait for him. You're waiting for him, and no matter how he feels about you, he is way too proud to come back. And that's actually a good thing, because there's always a reason that relationships break up. And you show up here as the Eight of Swords, and you know what I'm saying is right, but you also know that it's to your best. The best thing you can do for yourself is to put one foot in front of the other. And if you can't focus in on relationships, then focus in on travel, shopping, work, anything. But don't let yourself stand in this spot of not moving forward, because you're going to be stuck in a spot of missing somebody. That's like a self-imposed prison. So put one foot in front of the other and know the answers. No, he's too proud for that. Hi, Jasmine. Well, Jasmine, gee, let's just see where you're at in life and where you're going, okay? So, oh, when I look at this and I look at your grounding, you've got temptation reversed. So it's basically it makes me wonder if there was a little if Edgar could be a little bit manipulative. Because this card basically says that the voice that was whispering in your ear is no longer there. The temptation is no longer there. So it makes me wonder if Edgar was a distraction of sorts. And I further worry because when I look at the flow ahead, you are going to get a chance to go back. But wait till you see what October brings. Because October is a very lucky month for you. And I think you will meet somebody new in October. You will have a chance to get back with Edgar, but what these cards are telling me, it's the same old voice. It's the same old story. It's the same old thing over and over again. If it was so great, he wouldn't have left. And do you ever want to feel that hurt again? Wait till October. Your fortunes change. Okay.
Who's next?
Okay, so
I lost track. Is it Jasmine?
no, I just answered Jasmine.
Okay.
She's the one that wants to know about Edgar.
Then we have Sophia Wee.
Yes.
Is Jill jealous?
You just answered your own question. They have a child involved and she causes a lot of problems. Whoops. Okay, so yes, and it's not really about you. It's not. It's about her not having control over him. So she doesn't want to be married to him. She doesn't want, she just doesn't want anybody else to control him. She doesn't want him off her leash. So that's what's happening with Jill. That's why she's being like that. So no, you can't trust her, and no, you can't trust the things she says. And if she causes trouble, put that back in CC's court. It's his ex-wife, his problem. So I guess Jill is a short leash kind of gal. Okay. Hi, Lydia. Oh, hi, Donna. Okay. Oh, it's so good to see you. And Donna wants to know, does my son's future look better now? Well, I am so happy to throw a few cards on that. Do a north, east, south, and west on your boy out west. You have the north there. This is a good card. It's a card of family and tradition and family pulling together. So the idea that family pulled together and just, came around him, rallied around him, that was where I was looking for, has just been such a grounding thing. And this arrangement that the pentacles are in is actually called the Tree of Life, and this is about life. So I think that has given him life. The Nine of Pentacles. Yes. Yes. It's not just made him better, it's changed his attitude toward life and what he wants from life. And his approach to life. I see a much more sober, balanced approach. It wouldn't surprise me if maybe he found religion or something. And when I look at this and look at the passion, the idea of his family around him and having a support group just was everything, best medicine ever. But now he's actually thinking about the future, moving from the family home and, things like getting married and stuff like that. So he's definitely got the right thoughts in his head. But the answer is yes, I am so happy to see these cards. I'm getting a little teary. Okay.
Next, we have Sophie Trevi, who's looking to reconcile with Daniel.
Why?
He loves him.
If it goes bad once, it's just going to go bad again. You're almost always better to cut your losses. But I'll put my prejudice aside. Now look. Sophia and Daniel. Sophia and Daniel. Yeah, I'm wrong. Yes. Yes, yes, you will reconcile. And there is a marriage there, and there is a period of happiness. But then there's a feeling of stuckness too. So, yes, he will come back, and yes, you will be happy for a little while. But all the problems that you had with him before come back. And I really hate to see you left there. Always know you put one foot in front of the other and get out of the situation. But I do see a period of I do see him coming back, and I do see a period of happiness. So there's that.
And last we have Lydia.
Lydia, you get yourself a bottle of rosemary oil. It's not the most expensive essential oil. It's almost always under $20. And a little bottle of rosemary oil will last you forever as long as you keep the lid on tightly. And you put the tiniest amount right on the nape of your neck. And that puts an instant white light energy around you. And it's a protection. Because usually if you feel somebody's sending you bad energies, it's because they are. We all seem to have a good spidey sense for that. But I will throw some cards anyway. Let's see what her struggle is. Yeah, she's definitely not somebody to be trusted. She's somebody who wants what you have. And somebody who will unceremoniously take what you have without hesitation. So, yeah, protect yourself. Like I said. Okay, so it's been a fun live show. Remember to subscribe, the likes help me a lot, and turn on your notifications because I'm kind of liking doing these surprise shows, so look for more of them in the future. And as always, tune in 9 o'clock Sunday night for Psychic Sundays Live, where I give you free readings. Make sure you tell all your friends about it. Anybody who wants an in-person reading with me, right here in Stratford, can call a spa near the tracks at 519-272-1293 to make an in-person appointment. I also offer readings online. Send an email to the Queen of Ooga Booga at gmail.com and we'll get together and schedule a reading. Okay, and one more thing, Tarot Camp. On September 17th, I will be hosting a tarot camp at the historic Queen's Inn in Stratford, Ontario. It's all day with the Queen of Ooga Booga, includes lunch. Tarot camp is good for the novice and the experienced alike. We'll start out doing some group psychic activities, get that energy going, and then we're just going to get right into the studies of the tarot. And the exercises will be based on my 50-year relationship with the tarot. You see, I put a number on it. My decades of teaching and just an ongoing psychic journey. And I'd like to help you on yours. To find out more about Tarot Camp, visit SallyDiane.com and go to the classes section. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Hang on, we got one latecomer.
Latecomer.
Grace wants a love reading.
Okay.
You made it just in the nick of time, Grace. You gotta turn that notification icon on.
Yes, make sure you do, so the next time you'll know when I'm here live.
I wish I had one of those notification icons so I know when we're live.
I deserve that. Okay. So a love reading. Okay, so there's, you've got a lot of kind of childish energy. So I think you've got a lot of players around you right now, which is not really the direction you want to go. You have the Death card. The Death card is a change of politics and making a change. And this is a time for you to make a different approach to your love life. So however you've been meeting people, change your approach. Definitely change your approach. That works for you. And yeah, it seems like when we get into the new year, the first 3 months of 2023, it goes forward quite smoothly. So you might find yourself moving from casual dating to something more committed. Well, good for you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And we will see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.